as if things couldn't get any worse for the Marvels, the upcoming movie. It does, because apparently the entire plot has allegedly leaked, and it's terrible. The reception is not good. It's laughable. It's a joke. So let's go ahead and just dive right into this and talk about it. Obviously, if you do not want spoilers, you're probably going to want to not watch this video if you're just like on the edge of your seat and can't wait to watch this movie. Now these are alleged plot leaks, so who knows, might not be true, but I'm inclined to believe that it is. All right. Without further ado, let's see what this trash fire is all about. So we have here from Bounding Into Comics, the Marvel's entire plot allegedly revealed, explains that Captain Marvel destroyed the Kree homeworld of Hala. YouTuber Mr. H Reviews shared major plot details for the upcoming The Marvels film after Marvel Studios attempted to frame the film as featuring the next Thanos-level threat with clips from Avengers Endgame. Oh, Thanos-level threat. Okay. Marvel Studios released a promotional clip for the film at the end of last week that didn't feature any footage from the Marvels until about 15 seconds into the minute clip. Here you have their tweet here. It says, Marvel marketing appears to admit Captain Marvel is not popular without Avengers Endgame. Clear desperation for the Marvels. Heroes. And so, let me turn this volume off. I'm not trying to get DMCA striked, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, they're just showing footage from Endgame. There's that infamous girl power walk scene. Yeah. And they're just showing all this. And then, yeah, now this cringe stuff. Oh, gosh. It just, like, you could not pay me to watch this. Oh, it looks terrible. Okay, let's continue. Upon viewing the clip, Mr. H Reviews asserted, you see how they're framing it? They're framing it as there will always be a Thanos. She's the new Thanos. Girl Thanos, right? You know, this Dar-Benn character, proper Thanos level threat. Yeah. That's very much misleading, guys. Hugely, in fact. So I'm going to reveal to you what exactly happens in this movie, he said. Again, if you're on the edge of your seat wanting to watch this movie, you probably don't want to listen to the rest of this. So, bye-bye. For everyone else, let's continue. From there, Mr. H Reviews details what happens in the film. Dar-Benn is a character that Carol is obsessed with. Carol is obsessed with Dar-Benn. It's made clear Carol doesn't trust Dar-Benn, and it's also made very clear that Carol isn't wrong for mistrusting her because she is the villain, which we've seen in the trailer. He then reveals Dar-Benn is the leader of the Kree. She's not leader of a side faction or anything like that. In flashbacks, we see Dar-Benn witnessing Carol attacking the Supreme Intelligence. That is Dar-Benn's villain origin story. The Kree refer to Carol as the Annihilator or something along those lines anyway, and she obviously doesn't like that name. You think people are gonna you think she's really going to leave the impact that Thanos did? Really? All right. Dar-Benn has one of the bangles that Kamala has, so Kamala has the other. No specific way or explanation as to how Dar-Benn has it. Apparently, she's using it, however, to power a weapon, and she needs both bangles eventually, he continues. Okay, so instead of all those Infinity Stones, she just needs 2 bangles. Got it. There is a funny line where this villain, Dar-Benn, demands to know how Kamala got such an ancient and powerful artifact. And Kamala responds, and I quote, "My grandma sent it to me in the mail." It wasn't explained in the rough cut that my source saw, but almost immediately, Monica, Carol, Kamala begin switching places every time they use their powers. Apparently, it was just not explained, he adds. Okay. Monica is working on a space station. Swords, the Peak headquarters with Nick Fury. Kamala is at home, he shares, and Carol is trying to sneak into a Kree Skrull peace summit because she doesn't trust Dar-Ben, who is, of course, the leader of the Kree. Carol starts fighting Kree soldiers and then begins switching with Kamala and Monica, and the Kree soldiers start switching with her. So at one point, Carol is on Peak Swords headquarters with Fury, while Kamala is at the Peace Summit and Monica is fighting Kree soldiers in the Khan living room while the Khan family tries to hit them with brooms. Fights them, runs around screaming. It's supposedly a very funny sequence. Sounds like crap to me, but never mind. Sounds cringe. Okay. Anyway, at the end, everyone, Fury included, ends up in the Khan living room because of all the swapperoos going on. However, Kamala is not there, and the ending of the scene in Miss Marvel is that direct shot from the Marvels, he says. So Carol leaves the house and tries to fly off, but they switch again, and suddenly Kamala is flying out of the sky, he goes on, and Fury tells Monica she has to fly and save her. Apparently, Brie Larson's Carol can't fly because that's using her powers, but Monica can fly, allegedly, even though it's using her powers. Who knows? Without switching. Anyways, so Monica Rambeau resists Fury, telling her to fly up because she doesn't know how to control her flight yet. But Fury yells, and I quote, "Come on, black girl magic." Wow. Yeah, that's a line. People are paid millions to write this. Monica flies up to save Kamala. However, she loses control on the way down. Everyone is screaming, and at the last second, Monica and Carol switch, and Carol is able to stop before they hit the ground. Fury screams as they're dropping, and at the last second, ah! Oh, it's just Carol. Supposedly, very fun sequence. It sounds like Dookie, he opines. Next, he details Carol, Monica, and Kamala go off to investigate Dar-Ben, sticking together because, of course, they can't control the switching. Again, it's not explained except for some allusion to how their powers are all similar or variations of each other. Sounds like a weird cop-out, but never mind. So they discover that Dar-Ben is using a new weapon to create unstable portals that steal the resources, water, air, sun of whole planets. And she sends the resources to the destroyed Hala to rebuild it. She's so far destroyed one planet at the beginning of the film for its atmosphere. She destroys the second at the Kree Skull peace talks, and then she goes after Aladna to steal their water, Mr. H Reviews relays. We got Frieza up in here. Enter Princess Carol, he says. This is Princess Brie Larson. Carol has already been to Aladna and doesn't really want to go back because she's the princess married to Prince Yan in an ancient diplomatic mistake. Everyone on Aladna sings as a way of communicating. That's not annoying or anything. Brie sings. Apparently, she does actually have a lovely voice. Interesting. But it's an awful sequence overall. They realize the planet is Dar-Ben's next target and have to go there to help fight her, to protect the planet and stop her rampage. He continues, the girls bond well in this montage on Carol's ship on the way to Aladna. Monica helps Carol get used to working with Kamala because she needs that apparently. Carol yelled at Kamala in an early sequence because Kamala froze up in a pivotal moment. Monica reminds Carol that Kamala isn't a soldier. Monica and Carol also have conversations about how Carol left and never came back. All three kind of work through their issues. It's later revealed that Carol did indeed come back and visit Maria more than once. So I guess Monica's a dummy, he asserts. Moving on, he explains. So, Prince Yan doesn't actually like Carol that much. He and Carol are married, but Carol and Prince Yan seem to have a very platonic friendship and mutual respect. Nevertheless, Carol is very embarrassed about it and reluctant to visit Aladna. It's played like she didn't understand the customs and accidentally got diplomatically married to the prince at some point in the past. I wonder if they're going to like try to turn her into a lesbian or something. Let's continue. The citizens on the planet, however, do worship her as their princess, and Prince Yan himself is cool and allegedly is not played as a goofy type. Okay, interesting. So that's cool, although it's a really weird and awkward sequence that goes on for entirely too long. So bad pacing. Monica is weirded out by the whole situation. Kamala is excited. Monica asks if Kamala is going to put this in her Captain Marvel fan fiction. I guess this would mean her fan faction. And Kamala says, yeah, fan fiction, because like Kamala is like the Marvel fan. Mr. H reviews notes, or like the Avengers fan. All right. Next, he relays Carol realizes that she's going after every planet that Carol has ever called home in an act of revenge. Earth is the last part of the plan. Meanwhile, Fury takes the Khan family up to the space station to keep them protected so he can monitor the situation from there. There is a side plot on the space station with Fury. Some techs find some weird eggs and they're like, oh my goodness, there is an alien infestation. It's not. It's just Flurkin kittens, basically, he details. Oh, that explains, like, the poster with all the kittens. Later, the space station is damaged by Dar-Ben when she attacks Earth in the climax of the film. And there are not enough escape pods to get everyone off the station before it crashes. So Fury comes up with the idea of feeding everyone on the space station to the Flurkin kitten, then putting all the kittens on the escape pods and getting to Earth that way. Why didn't I think of that? All right, it's amusing, bizarre, and the whole film has a bizarre tonal clash between a standard Marvel movie and something goofier like Guardians, he says. After opining on how boring and terrible the movie sounds, Mr. H reviews then adds, Monica and Carol go to Hala and it's raining for the first time on Hala, and the surviving Kree are celebrating because Dar-Ben brought them atmosphere and water back to them. Carol realizes that the Annihilator is an accurate moniker from their perspective. She destroyed this planet and the survivors are struggling, and she's a great villain in their eyes, and she has a moral reckoning. Stopping Dar-Ben means destroying Hala all over again. By the way, guys, check out Mr. H Review's video on this, because like I'm just reading a lot of what he's divulged to share with us. So let's give credit where it's due here, because yeah. All right. Monica gives her a little bit of a pep talk that basically amounts to, we can't save everyone. We have to let Hala be destroyed again. Carol reaffirms her desire to stop Dar-Ben. In addition to Dar-Ben destroying planets, her creation of portals makes the universe unstable. And here we have the multiverse crap, increasing the likelihood of an incursion, which is another reason that they have to stop her. Okay. He concludes, an incursion happens in the climax. Carol fights Dar-Ben while Monica and Kamala try to fix the incursion. Monica ends up flying through this tear in the universe and fixes it on the other side and ends up stuck in that universe. He then shared his own assumptions, and then I'm presuming this is how they're going to tease everyone with the Deadpool 3 cameo at the end in the post-credit sequence, because these tears have led to ... The official description states, in Marvel Studios, the Marvels Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence, but unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe when her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary. Her powers become entangled with that of Jersey City superfan Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and Carol's estranged niece, now Saber astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe as the Marvels. Okay, that's it. That is the plot. That is the story. It sounds like a joke. It just, yeah. We'll see it. We'll see if that actually comes to pass. And I think it's very believable, at least. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. And don't forget to read your Bible today. Or if you want to hear me read the Bible to you, you can do that on my Bible channel, Bible Time with Melanie Mack. I'll have a link here at the end card and in the description, the link tree. So thank you again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.